I'm coming home, coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home. Hey! Isaiah Walker is coming back. It's coming to Miami. He's coming home. What's up, guys? Welcome to NMD TV. No more to Feast TV. All we do is win, never take any losses. And shout out to all my bosses. NMD TV Canes, all day. If you're rocking with the U, then you know what to do. The big news of the day just announced that Isaiah Walker will be transferring to us, to the Miami Hurricanes. And just right off the bat, this is big time. Now, we're going to break this down and go into a lot of different aspects and really talk about what this means for the roster, for the upcoming rosters. But I do want to let you guys know, Canes After Dark Season 2 made its debut last night. And tonight it will be on at 10:30, at 11:30 Eastern time. Okay, 11:30 Eastern time, late night. Taking any calls about this Isaiah Walker situation. If there's a lot of participation, we may go all night. If people got things to do, I understand. We'll touch base on the Isaiah Walker and go from there. But big time news today: Isaiah Walker has decided to enter the transfer portal. For those who don't know, Isaiah Walker really wanted to come to Miami, but also he showed interest to Florida State. He also showed interest to South Carolina, and he ended up committing and going to Florida. Now, really, all three teams, Miami, Florida State, and Florida, thought they had a good chance at Isaiah Walker, who was the number 15th ranked offensive tackle, according to 247. But he finally decided to go to Florida. Miami, we had to take that on the chin. And, we ended up with Jalen Rivers. Okay. But then something happened. Something happened. We don't know exactly the details, but all we know is that earlier this week, Isaiah Walker entered the transfer portal. And just like that, the opportunity for him to come to Miami was there for him. And he took it. He announced he's coming home. He's going to play for Miami. And really, why do I love this? And yes, not just why do I love this? I know there was talk about getting Jared Williams from Houston, grad transfer. Why? The kid's going to be here for 1 year. He's coming off an injury. Let's not do that. Let's get Isaiah Walker, who's younger, projected to be a NFL player. He's projected to be an NFL player. He's still got to put in the work, and we still got to develop him. And then we get 4 years out of him. Oh, man, I like that. And then you look at Manny. Oh, man, Manny trying to win me over. You look at what we did last year with starting Zion Nelson at the tackle, and our two tackles now have experience. Well, behind them, now you have Jalen Rivers, okay? And now we got Isaiah Walker. Think about the youth. And then if you want to look farther than that, because nothing is official until they sign on the dotted line, but we got McLaughlin. We got Rodriguez coming in. Now you're looking at the youth on this offensive line, and you're saying, okay, we can make something work with this. We can do something with this. And then you add the key to the offseason is bringing in Garen Justice, who people say two of his best qualities as a coach is he's a people person. People say when you talk to Garen, you love him. There's nothing bad you can say about him. And then the other thing is they say his development of talent. We've got to see that. Just because you're known for it doesn't mean you automatically are going to do it. Because if you look at the players that we've gotten, Donaldson, Herbert, we've gotten 4 stars before. Hey, it's nothing to us to get highly rated offensive linemen, but the key is, can we develop offensive linemen? And Garen Justice, I'm talking to you, my friend. Garen Justice, I got faith in you, my friend. But you got to show us you can develop them. And now there's no excuses. There's no excuses because you have young, talented players that now we get to hand over to you and you get to mold them and things can come well. So I remember this time last year when we hired Coach Barry Butch, and people said he had the NFL experience and he was going to develop him, and he lasted less than a year. He lasted less than a year and he was out of the door. So, yes, it's good that we got Isaiah Walker. I'm jumping up and down that they got Isaiah Walker. Getting Isaiah Walker, it just made my day. But now the pressure's on Gary and Justice to develop these guys. And I have faith. Until you show me you can't do it, I'm going to have faith in my Canes and into the staff, okay? Now, the next thing you want to look at is, when will Isaiah Walker be eligible? Because right now, he is not eligible to play right away. Because he committed to Florida, went into the transfer portal, he has to sit out a year. Now, ways around that is, one, he could apply for a waiver, get immediately eligible, and we could see him next year on the field possibly. Or earlier this offseason, because of the pandemic and the virus, the NCAA was tossing around the idea of allowing one time, just a free-for-all. Just if you're transferring, you're eligible right away, no matter what. They were tossing around that idea. I haven't heard as of late as if that idea would go through. As of right now, I would take it as Isaiah Walker sits out a year. And would it really be that bad? I mean, don't get me wrong. I want Isaiah to play, but maybe he comes in and in the next 4 years we get his talent. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of people have asked me, what do I think about the offensive line? I'm feeling pretty good now. And by no means, I don't want people to think I'm thinking Jalen Rivers can come in right away and start right away. But I'm just saying, you bringing a talented player like that back with this class, it's amazing. The next thing is the offense. You know, I'm expecting this Rhett Lashley offense to get the ball out fast, and that's also going to help our offensive line. So things are looking good for Miami. Things are looking good for Miami. I want you to think about this, guys. I want you to go back, okay? Put your goggles on, and we're going to travel back, and we're going to think about that Louisiana Tech game. Us getting shut out in that Louisiana Tech game. Think about how you felt. I'll tell you how I felt. I felt like we didn't have any hope. I felt disgusted. I felt like everybody needed to go. I felt like, what is terrible. But ever since then, think of the things that Manny Diaz has done. Ed Reed, Chief of Staff, De'Aaron King, Rhett Lashley, Quincy Roche, AAC Defensive Player of the Year, coming over to play with Gregory Rousseau. Bringing over Isaiah Walker through the transfer portal to go with this class. Getting Javonte Williams to come to Miami when everybody thought that he would be a Florida Gator. I mean, listen. I'm on Manny Diaz right now. I'm saying, Manny Diaz, we still got to win. We still got to win. But, hey, Manny, I see what you're doing. You're doing your thing. And I don't mind saying, great job, Manny. I don't mind saying you got it right. And I want people to realize that I don't think it was a slam dunk Miami was going to get Isaiah Walker. We still had to compete against Florida State. Manny could have dropped the ball on this and said, I only want players who wanted to be here from the jump, but he didn't. So to that, I applaud Manny. I congratulate Manny. I say, hey, we got the players that we need. We got the offensive linemen that we need. We addressed every situation. Oh, and I can't forget about Jose Borregales, the kicker, because we know how bad our kicker is. You see, that's how disrespectful we are to the kicker. We only think about him when he misses the extra point. But shout out to Jose. We brought him over. And shout out to Manny Diaz, because I really think when you look back at this offseason, I give us an A. If you're grading this Miami Hurricanes offseason, you've got to give them an A because of what went down last year and everything they've done to fix it. Now, my last thing, and I'll let you guys go, and I'll see you tonight for the Canes After Dark live stream at 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. You got to think about this. We've got to see it on the field. We've got to see it on the field. And I'm going to say it one more time. We've got to see it on the field. We have time after time saw where we get hyped up and we don't produce on the field. Manny Diaz, I'm giving you a hand. I'm saying congratulations. But we got to see it on the field. I'm out. See you guys tonight. Peace.
What you need it, yeah. Buy it, then receive it, yeah. Give it, then receive it, yeah. Energy is beaming, yeah. I believe it, yeah. Dream it, then I see it, yeah. Season every season, yeah. My presence is my being, yeah. Stop it, I'm on it, I see it. My options, I flip it and